Welcome to Things You Don't Know. Today, we are going to take a look at aphrodisiacs. When it comes to increasing sexual desire, cultures around the world have different beliefs and remedies. Some cultures believe that certain foods can enhance their libido, while others rely on herbs and plants and other things to achieve the same effect. In this podcast, we'll be exploring the myths versus the realities of aphrodisiacs in different cultures. We will look at some of the most popular aphrodisiac foods in different countries and discuss whether they actually work. We'll also discuss how different aphrodisiacs work differently for men, women, and trans persons. A word of caution: do not take any herbs, plants, or remedies that you might see in the store without checking out the safety. I would strongly suggest talking with your healthcare provider to check out physical causes for low libido or problems with sexual performance.
By libido, you're referring to a lack of sexual desire, right?
Exactly.
So you advise first making sure there isn't a physical problem. And if that checks out, what is the next good step to take? I'm sure there can be many reasons someone's libido is low.
Well, I think it's wise to trace the path of sexual desire, to engage in sexual activity, in other words. A young child finds out that stimulation of their genitals feels very good. Doesn't matter if they're males or females. This quickly becomes deeply embedded in the brain, as the human brain is hardwired to procreate. So this feeling sort of enhances all of that. Society also amplifies all this, and advertising and other industries promote and use this. For example, seeing an overweight man with a belly hanging down to his thighs in a commercial is unusual. Precisely what is sexually arousing varies greatly between individuals based on a nexus of factors from genetics, DNA, and more. I say, vive la différence. People tend to get concerned when things that typically were arousing no longer arouse you. We will focus primarily on this scenario. For adults, sex starts in the brain.
You're saying that if the brain doesn't send the arousal signal, there won't be any arousal. There may be a variety of reasons why the brain doesn't send that signal: stress, situational factors, more important things the person is focused on, physical pain, threats, self esteem issues, other heightened emotions, religious beliefs, and probably more.
Well, you are right. Competing priorities, which is what you were talking about, can be an important and normal reason. Normal reason the brain doesn't send the arousal signal. Getting back to tracing the signal, it goes from the brain to the rest of the body, not just the genitals. The entire rest of the body gets involved. Genital arousal is the most obvious, well, especially for males, perhaps. If the brain has sent the signal, but body arousal doesn't occur, there may be very temporary or longer lasting physical reasons. If the person gets these fixed, now let's start that sentence again. If the person gets fixed on being inadequate, whether because of a lack of an erection or lack of lubricating moisture, the issue can become more difficult to overcome. In fact, these psychological factors are usually the cause of diminished libido and poor sexual performance. A properly trained therapist or sex therapist can greatly help overcome this. And the efficacy of this approach is generally much better than taking supposed aphrodisiacs.
The psychological effects or the belief that an aphrodisiac will help has as much or a more positive effect than any physiologic effects. Aphrodisiacs have been used in centuries in different cultures all around the world. Every culture has a different set of beliefs concerning aphrodisiacs. In India, foods such as almonds, saffron, and cardamom are believed to have aphrodisiac properties. In,
Interesting.
in Japan, sea urchins, octopuses, and eels are considered aphrodisiacs. In China, ginseng, deer antler velvet, and goy berries are believed to strongly enhance sexual performance.
Goji berries, huh? Yes.
In Mexico and the other Latin American countries, chocolate is often seen as an aphrodisiac. I think we tend to believe that in the USA as well. In Italy, oysters and truffles are considered to be aphrodisiacs.
Okie doke. So, what is deer antler velvet?
I just knew you were going to ask me that because I didn't know either. So I did some research. Deer antler velvet is a kind of furry substance that grows over deer's antler buds and their cartilage. There is no good scientific evidence it actually does anything. It does contain estrogen and may therefore have a minor effect on female desire, but again, this is without scientific support.
In the United States, there is no definitive list of foods or substances that are considered aphrodisiacs. However, some commonly cited examples of foods and substances that are believed to have aphrodisiac properties include oysters. Oysters are often considered a classic aphrodisiac due to their high levels of zinc, which is important for testosterone production. Chocolate. Chocolate contains phenylalanine, a chemical that is believed to stimulate the release of endorphins and promotes feelings of pleasure and euphoria, and also does act to sort of stabilize some hormone production, which may also affect it. Ginseng is also another thing. Ginseng has long been used in traditional medicine, that's Chinese medicine, as a natural remedy for a wide range of health issues, including sexual dysfunction. Maca. Maca is a root vegetable that is native to Peru. It is believed to have a range of health benefits, including boosting libido and fertility. Yohimbe. Yohimbe is a compound that is derived from the bark of the yohimbe tree. It is believed to have aphrodisiac properties.
In Russia, there are several foods and substances that are believed to have aphrodisiac properties. Some of the most commonly cited examples include honey. Honey is believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to its high concentration of boron, which helps regulate human hormone levels. Caviar. Caviar is considered a luxury food in Russia and is believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to its high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which can improve blood flow and boost sexual function.
I wonder, caviar, it is considered a luxury food. And typically, people in that strata of society seem to have more time for fun and sex. And I wonder if that has an effect. What do you think?
I think you're right that they have the luxury of having a lot of free time. They aren't grubbing for a living like most people are. And I know, for example, that President Putin is extremely fond of many types of caviar. He even puts it in vodka sometimes when he drinks.
Oh, gross.
I was very intrigued by the aphrodisiac properties supposedly found in garlic. That comes out of its ability to improve circulation and increase blood flow. Red wine is also believed to have those properties due to its high level of resveratrol, a compound that boosts libido and improves blood circulation. And ginseng. Ginseng is a very popular aphrodisiac in Russia as it is believed to help improve sexual performance, memory, and energy levels.
Mhm. Indeed. In France, there are several foods and substances that are believed to have aphrodisiac properties. Some of the most popular options include truffles. Truffles are a type of mushroom that are often considered a luxury food in France and in the United States. They are very expensive. They are believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to their musky aroma and earthy flavor. Champagne. Champagne is a French sparkling wine that is often associated with romance and celebration. It is believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to its ability to lower inhibitions and promote relaxation. Oysters, I'm seeing a sort of a commonality here. Oysters are considered, a classic aphrodisiac in France, as they are believed to have high levels of zinc, which they do, which that can boost testosterone levels and enhance sexual function. It would probably work better for males than females, but there is some evidence to suggest that spontaneity of response in females is enhanced by oysters too. So, not scientifically and irrefutably proven, but it seems like it. Chocolate is popular in France and is believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to its ability to release endorphins and promote feelings of pleasure and arousal. Vanilla, I found that one very interesting, that they would think vanilla is aphrodisiac. Vanilla, as we know, is a sweet and aromatic spice that is often used in French desserts and pastries. I'm wondering if, once again, if you have the luxury of having desserts and these fancy pastries and etc., then you probably have time to get a little cozy and have a little extra fun. And yeah, that would promote sexual activity, I think.
Absolutely. I was intrigued by the foods and substances that were believed to be aphrodisiacs in Germany. One of the most popular options, this surprised me, is asparagus. Asparagus, of course, being a spring vegetable that is very popular in Germany, and it's believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to its high amount of vitamin E, which can boost fertility as well as sexual function.
It's interesting too about asparagus. Everyone knows if you eat a lot of asparagus, which I really like asparagus, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah, it'll make your pee smell funny. it'll start smelling like asparagus, which is kind of interesting. But there is a difference in German and American methods of fixing asparagus.
I was going to ask if it's cooked differently.
In Germany and the United States, it's often boiled. Okay. In Italy, it is often or more often fried. Interesting, huh?
Indeed, well, frying makes anything taste better. Ginger is also a very popular spice um, due to its ability to stimulate blood flow as well as enhancing sexual sensitivity. Almonds, here we are with the almonds again. They're a very popular German snack, and they're believed to have aphrodisiac properties due to their high levels of vitamin E as well as zinc, which can boost testosterone levels and improve sexual function. Sauerkraut, this is a surprise, the famous fermented cabbage dish that's popular in Germany. Dr. Astrid Kistler, a specialist in German and Austrian folk medicine, the author of The Healing Power of Herbs, believes that the valerian in sauerkraut can work as a sexual stimulant by increasing blood flow to the genitals and improving overall vitality. In addition to supporting general good health, Valerian can also promote healthy sleep cycles, which is said to have a positive effect on sexual desire.
Well, to some extent that makes sense because if you're dead tired, yeah, you're probably not going to be as interested in sex as you are in sleeping. Once again, competing demands on the brain, right? A few other things that some people believe enhance libido, which deserve mention, are aromatherapy and intention. I'm going to explain that. Aromatherapy is a practice that uses scents to affect the state of mind, mood, and physical well being. Some cultures believe that certain scents can enhance a libido. By intention, I mean that some people use like creative visualization techniques to mentally visualize their desired intentions, while others use prayer or meditation. I can't quite imagine praying for sex, but I suppose some people do that. It is probable that aromatherapy is helpful in setting a mood, much like having a candlelight dinner is considered to be more romantic. Rehearsing intention can act like a fantasy rehearsal of an expected or anticipated encounter and can positively affect libido.
You mentioned prayer. I know, for example, in the Zoroastrian community, that married couples often, before they make love, pray to the god Ahura Mazda that they will show his love to each other through their passion. There's no specific list of aphrodisiacs that are recommended for transgender individuals. The use of aphrodisiacs is a very personal choice, and their effectiveness varies greatly from person to person. However, there are some natural supplements and herbs that are thought to support hormone balance and sexual health, which may be of interest to anyone in the transgender community. Some of these include ashwagandha. This adaptogenic herb is believed to support hormone balance and reduce stress, which can have a positive impact on sexual health. Maca, again, this root vegetable, is a popular supplement believed to enhance libido and improve sexual function. Fenugreek, this herb is believed to support hormone balance, improve sexual function, and enhance breast development in transgender women. Saw palmetto, this herb is commonly used to support prostate health, and may also be beneficial for transgender men who have undergone hormone replacement therapy. Soy and soy derivatives such as tofu do seem to increase estrogen levels and may be of interest to transgender women.
There is some debate over the effects of tofu and other soy based products on hormone levels, particularly in relation to testosterone and estrogen. As you may know, both males and females have the presence of testosterone and estrogen. Males have more testosterone, females far more estrogen. And it is connected with sexual uh, desire and functioning. The preponderance of the scientific evidence does indicate that in large amounts, soy products raise estrogen levels. Now, the interesting thing with that balance is that there's more than one type of estrogen and more than one type of testosterone, by the way. But if your estrogen levels are up and they are of the right type, that will tend to diminish, deplete, or make non effective testosterone. So, some studies have suggested that soy may have estrogen like effects in the body, potentially reducing testosterone levels in men and increasing estrogen levels in both men and women. However, other studies have found little to no effect of soy on hormone levels. It is important to note that the effects of soy on hormones are likely to be modest, and the overall impact on health is likely to depend on a range of factors, including an individual's overall diet and lifestyle. For most people, consuming moderate to small amounts of soy based products such as tofu is unlikely to have a significant impact on hormone levels or overall health. However, people with a history of hormone sensitive cancers or other health concerns may wish to speak with a healthcare professional about the potential risks and benefits of consuming soy based products.
While some foods and herbs are believed to have aphrodisiac properties, it is important to note there is little scientific evidence to support their effectiveness. In fact, some substances that are marketed as aphrodisiacs may actually be harmful or have negative side effects. For example, yohimbine, a substance derived from the bark of an African tree in the Congo, has been marketed as an aphrodisiac, but it can cause side effects such as anxiety, high blood pressure, and gastrointestinal distress.
That is a really important thing. And that is not the only substance that can cause you damage. Many of the herbs that people think are going to help them actually can do some real damage to them. And they need to be aware of that. If you have a question about it, check it out. Even if you don't have a question about it, if it's some product that you see in the store and you say, oh, this says helps to support good sexual health, look at the ingredients and check out the ingredients themselves. Because you could either waste your money or do harm to yourself. Yohimbe, which is what Dr. Tanim was just talking about, has really had a good deal of scientific evidence that talks about high blood pressure, anxiety, and the GI distress that can occur, especially at the doses that they want you to take. Anyhow, moving on here, foods that are high in antioxidants, such as oysters, chocolate, and berries, not just strawberries, but particularly blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, they improve blood flow in general and blood flow to the genitalia, and therefore may have a positive effect on sexual health. Overall, again, it is important to approach aphrodisiacs cautiously and always speak with a healthcare provider before trying new supplements or herbs. It is important that you prioritize your overall health and wellness over what may or may not be a temporary decrease in libido or performance.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed and gained some insights into the wide and wild world of aphrodisiacs. Look for our celebration of Pride Month. Put a lot of effort into this one, including circulating a survey in the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yeah, and you know what? Please give us a like, subscribe, make comments, and click the reminder bell so that you'll be kept up to date with us. We do thank you for joining us and hope you catch us again very soon. We will have a brief shout out for Pride Month, which starts on June the 1st. So you will be interested in that, and you'll be interested in getting the results of some of these surveys. It was really fascinating to me.
Absolutely. Goodbye for now, folks. See you on June 1st.
Bye.